Gonna pass to me. I'm gonna flip up. I'm gonna tribute. I'm gonna pop. I'm gonna tribute. I'm gonna pop. It's an elemental training chain. Summon Canadia. I'm gonna whitefish. Add back. Summon, and then he's just gonna scoop. What's up, guys? It's your boy Kazaris back with a few fun little deck profiles. Today I'm just going to be showing you all a showcase of all the cool Highlander decks that I came up with for this new Special Duels format. Highlander is just referring to a format in which you can only play one of each card name in your deck. So let's just get right into it. Sorry that I've been absent recently. I have a big boy job now, but I try to get recording on the weekends and stuff like that. Just so that I can pump out some videos for you guys, but like it's probably gonna be like 2, 3, 4 videos a week, maybe max 4 if I'm feeling motivated. But get right into this. We have Territory of the Sharks, just basically a water deck. Mermaid Abyssius, so again, you can only play one of everything. So we just want to play a lot of cards that do roughly the same thing. So Teus can search Pike, which can search you at level 3 water, be it Lind, Marksman, Snowman Eater. Those are the target. Yeah, those are the only targets. Or it can search Turge, which can add back a level 3 or lower water from the grave. So it can add back Diva. It can add back Infantry. If Beautiful will banish itself for its own effect, so probably not that. It can add back Marksman or Lind to float some more. Then you have Buzzsaw to summon other fishes from the deck, be it Angler. Angler is also a free special summon. You have Double Fin, which can summon back from the grave, and Lantern, which can summon from the hand, and the Beautiful can summon the Buzzsaw or the Lantern or the Pike. It can summon Double Fin, but it won't trigger Double Fin. It'll trigger all of these though if you summon it. So the deck just flows really well. It's pretty cool. Fishborg is there if you have all waters in your grave. You can just summon it for free. So if you go like Diva into Infantry and then Territory of the Sharks, they'll both become level 4, and then you can summon back the launcher, and then you have 2 tuners and another level 4 non-tuner to add up to 9 to make Quarion Gandrax. So that's cool. Then you also have Coral Dragon. You can make this with Diva and Angler, something like that. Then you have just all the good rank 4s, Bahamut Shark, Dweller, Hope Woven. You have Nightmare because you summon this off of Bahamut Shark to go into full armored Black Ray Lancer. This card's pretty cool. If it kills a monster in battle, you can destroy a back row your opponent controls. And it can protect itself like Neo's Fusion by detaching a material, so that's pretty nice. Very solid card. Then you just have some generically good cards. MST, Book of Moon, Lance to push your plays through. Karma Cut, Abyssphere is pretty cool. This can just summon Pike or ideally Lind because the monster it summons has its effect negated. And then it dies during the opponent's next end phase. So if you summon this on your opponent's turn, summon Lind, it'll die, and then you can summon Turge or Pike to get their effects, because Lind does not negate the effects, only Sphere. So Sphere is pretty cool, and then Tretch, of course. So that's the first list. Moving on. I just noticed that they blurred out my name. All I did was type fish. What? Fish. Okay. But anyway, this is probably my favorite deck of the ones that I came up with. This one just has a lot of ways to maintain advantage, especially with Whitefish Salvage. Every turn, adding a fish back from your graveyard to your hand, reusing that Buzzsaw, that one of Buzzsaw Shark, reusing that Double Fin to summon back another from the grave, reusing Golden Flying Fish. I have a replay for you guys where I resolve Golden Flying Fish 4 times in a turn, or I had the potential to. My opponent scooped before I could, but basically, like, he kept like flipping me, and like I got to the point where I just flipped up Golden Flying Fish without using my normal summon, tributed 2 fishes, Whitefish Salvage, add back Double Fin, normal summon it, summon back another fish, tribute both of those again. So Golden Flying Fish is definitely really cool, and you can summon it off of Buzzsaw, so get it into rotation there. I have Gemini Spark with only 1 Gemini monster. However, this card, you have the 1 copy of this. Beautiful can also summon it, or you can summon it off of Buzzsaw. So essentially you're playing 3 of it. This is basically just another Fish Depth charge, but in quick play spell form. So I think it's worth playing just because of how good this card is. Just having multiple Fish Depth charges basically is still really good. And then just a ton of other generic traps. You have 9 traps. Jelly Cannon is actually really cool. 2 flips, Floodgate Canadia. You have the Fish Depth, the Mirror Wall, Karma Cut, Super Team Buddy Force Unite, which is just called Haunted. Bad Aim is pretty cool. If they go like against Harpies, if they go normal summon Channeler, activate what's it called? The Harpy's Hunting Ground. You can chain Bad Aim to destroy the Channeler, and as long as they don't have the one of Swallow's Nest, which I've played so many Harpies, and I feel like they have it every time. It's kind of disgusting how often I've been hit with that card. And then of course Treacherous, and it most likely won't be dead in this build, even though you're playing a ton of traps, because you have Endless Trap Hell to add back all the traps from your graveyard to your deck. And then again, same as last list, you have Bahamut, Abyss, Hope Woven, Nightmare, and Full Armor Black Ray Lancer, as well as Emerald and Malevolent. Malevolent's probably just the best rank 4 to push with, because Buzzsaw and Malevolent is 4,000 exactly. And then you have Emerald, just to I feel like Emerald is really good rank 4 in this format, just to shuffle back all of your resources to use them all again. I think it's definitely worth playing. It hasn't come up, but like it could in a really long grind game. So this is my favorite list, I think, of all of them. Okay, again, why does it keep doing this? I typed battery. What? Like, battery is not a bad word. I don't get it. Anyway, so this is probably my second favorite list of all of them. Battery is one of my favorite archetypes. I love it. So you have the 1 9-volt, the 1 solar, the 1 charger, the 1 fuel cell, the 1 microcell, and the 1 industrial strength. All of the good batteries. So this deck, you want to open your 9-volt or your microcell or your solar or your charger, because you're playing Labyrinth Builder, which can put back 2 cards to allow you to normal summon charger, or just to give you the tribute fodder to summon the charger. So all these will start your plays, as well as Bro Hunter can search these. So it's a pseudo starter. It's just a delayed a turn. Bro Hunter can search you the 9-volt or the solar. Solar with battery charger is really cool. You go solar, send 9-volt charger, reborn it. You get a search for battery man charger with 9-volt, and then you get a token off of solar, and you can make like Paladynamo. So you get a token for tribute fodder for the charger, and you get a Paladynamo, which can draw you a card if it dies, or just be a Fiendish Chain. And then you have Ma Hunter and Pa Hunter as well, just for some rank 4 plays. And then Battery Man Industrial is your Chaos Monster, basically your BLS of the deck. Really cool. You just have generically good cards like MST, Book of Moon, and Econ. Econ's really good with that solar token as well. I'm playing Recycling Batteries. Normally I wouldn't play this, but because we have so few resources in this deck, this is good to just add back any 2 Thunders with 1500 or less attack. So you can add back like Ma and Bro to get a rank 4 play and a search with Bro. You can add back Solar and 9-volt, stuff like that. So really cool. Add back Microcell to resolve it again. And then you have just generically good traps, but also you're playing Portable Battery Pack, which is a double Monster Reborn for Battery Man. So you can go like summon Solar, summon 9-volt, which is crazy if you resolve it. Or you can summon Fuel Cell, summon Charger, get a bounce with Fuel Cell, something like that. Judgment of Thunder is cool. When a Thunder is summoned, except in the damage step, you can activate this to target a card your opponent controls and destroy it. So if your opponent attacks into Microcell, you flip, summon 9-volt. You cannot use Judgment of the Thunder at that point, because that's in the damage step. So that's the only way you can't use it. Another call, the Haunted Super Team. 2 flips, of course, and then a Fiendish Chain. And then the extra deck's really cool. So Ptolemium 7 and Omega. Omega just puts in a ton of work in this format because backward decks are crazy. Malevolent Sin, of course. Emerald, of course. We can play rank 5, so if we have Labyrinth Builder with Charger and we don't have to tribute the Labyrinth Builder, then we can make a rank 5 with those 2. And then Dweller. So that's the list. Really cool. Finally, we have 5 Destiny Draw lists on Yugi. I think these decks need the Destiny Draw because they do need specific combo pieces. Well, vampires don't really need it, but like they can trigger it so easily, there's no reason not to play it. So one of all the good vampires, so you have the Retainer, you have the Familiar, you have Gozuki, of course, Samurai Skull Descend. Sorcerer is really cool because this can banish itself in the grave to allow you to just normal summon a tribute summonable vampire monster. So you're playing like Scourge and Duke and Grace and Baron and Vamp, which are all like high levels, but with the Sorcerer that makes them a little bit less bricky. You have Desire to send that as well. Domain, of course, to give you an additional tribute summon. Kingdom, really good. That's how you pop every turn. Book of Moon, Econ, Ballista Squad, a flip, and then Awakening and Takeover. So this deck plays very, very well. You have the 1 Glow Up Bloom because it can search any of these dark vampire monsters, so that's neat. Any level 5 or higher zombie, you can add it right to your hand. If you have Zombie World, you can special summon it, but we don't play Zombie World. Just some rank 6s. Exabeetle into Rhinoceros. Photon Strike and Telemi because we have like Scourge and Grace or Red Baron, something like that. So Scourge can bring back Grace. You can pop a card with Grace, and then you can go into a rank 6, and then into Rhinoceros if you want, pop another card, or Telemi, bounce a card. And then since we're playing Glow Up Bloom, I did include the Bryonek and the Black Rose because we have a 5s and 6s, so we can go into those pretty easily. But the deck plays very well still. It's just like you got to manage your resources a bit better. And there's a few less starters, so like Awakening, Gozuki, and Samurai Skull are still good starters, of course. Vampire's Desire with any normal summon is good as well, because that's just Foolish Burial. But like it's a little slow sometimes. Like Sorcerer into normal summon a big guy can get you there sometimes. Like into normal summon Grace if you open Kingdom, you can just like put on a ton of pressure. But the deck can be a little bit slow to start sometimes, but I feel like that's the case with a lot of these decks. So really cool. Moving on. Next up we have Monarchs. Destiny Draw, of course. All these next few will be Destiny Draw. Just because we have like this deck can brick, so we want to play some hand traps just to get to our Neos Fusion and our Treeborn and stuff like that, or D-draw for any tribute monster that we need. We have Erebus with the 4 Monarch targets. Erebus is really solid. It's searchable off of Glow Up, which you can send with Neos Fusion. And this just like non-targeting shuffle from your opponent's hand or field. Really cool. Escalation allows you to tribute on your opponent's turn. So like all of these are like kind of useful-ish. You can pop a set card if you control a Monarch, and then Frost Blast can banish itself and another Monarch spell or trap from the grave to pop another set card. So this card has like multiple utility uses. You can send it off of Erebus and then pop a card after you send it. Prime Monarch can summon itself back from the graveyard. First Monarch can summon itself from the field as a trap monster with that effect. And then Escalation, of course, contribute on the opponent's turn. I already said that. Tuning can search you Jet Synchron or Unknown. Unknown is just Cyber Dragon, so it's free tribute fodder that way. Or you can like summon it, normal summon Treeborn, make Formula Synchron. Veil and Kiteroid just help with D-draw. Then the tribute monsters are Zaborg, Caius, Mobius, Jinzo, and Erebus. Play the 1 Glow Up and the 1 Swap Frog to send the 1 Treeborn. Then the extra deck, of course, is Mistbird, Colossalus, Formula Synchron. We can make that very easily. Black Rose, Scrap Dragon, Cyber Slash, Vermilion. So if you like open the Neos Fusion to send to like Neos with Treeborn Frog, you can go normal summon, Glow Up, or Jet on the following turn to go into Scrap with the Neos. Scrap will pop the Treeborn, and then you can bring back the Jet Synchron and or the Glow Up, whatever you used, to then go into Vermilion. Or you can make Formula with the Treeborn and the level 1 tuner, and then going straight into Vermilion with the level 2 Formula and the Neos. So you have some play options there. Pretty cool. So that's the list. Next up, we have Koa'ki Maru. This deck is okay. Mainly, I just wanted a reason to use Rooklord. This card's really cool because when you tribute summon, you can tribute it by just tributing 1 Koa'ki Maru monster. And then when it's normal summon, you can remove from play a Koa'ki Maru card from your grave to destroy up to 2 cards your opponent controls. So really cool normal summon. Maximus, of course, is just as strong as always. Banish Iron Core, summon it, pop card on the field, 3k beater. It's alternative that pops any card, not just a monster, and can attack that turn, so really strong. And you can protect it with Diamond Core. It's just the deck isn't as consistent as it's already inconsistent because of all the limits. But like 1 tanky, 1 Diamond Core makes it a little bit too inconsistent. So you got to play D-draw with the Kiteroid and the Sphere Kriva and the Veil. I'm playing 1 Winda as well, just for some stall potential. Urnite can go into Crusader or Wall or Ice or Sandman. And then you can make any of rank 4 play that way. And then just some generically good traps and Lance, Book of Moon, MST. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Not much to say here. You all know what Koa'ki Maru do. And then next up, one of my favorite decks, we have Inzectors. The deck is fun. It's just in a limited format like this, it kind of runs out of steam pretty quickly because Dragonfly can only go into Centipede, and then like the only other good normal like one to summon off of Dragonfly would be Hopper. But like if you're not maintaining a Dragonfly and Centipede on the field, or if you're not killing them that turn, it's kind of hard to maintain your stuff. But like if you pop a card or 2 and then they can't answer these, on the next turn you just get to pop another 3 cards because Dragonfly will summon again, and then you'll resolve the other 2 monsters with Hornet. So it can like build up advantage pretty quickly, but it requires 2 combo pieces, and in a semi-limited format, it's kind of hard to see them. So that's why you're playing Sangan and Witch of the Black Forest, just to search for whatever you need. Like you want to see the Hornet or the Ladybug, as well as the Dragonfly or the Centipede. You have Neos Fusion to send them and just like sit on the Neos install. Just generic back row to push a playthrough, or generic back row removal to push a playthrough. One Cyclone, or one Cosmic, one Galaxy, one Night Beam, one MST, and then Lance as well. Not really removal, but protects your monster. You have Keeper to discard and summon and search the Neos Fusion. This could be Kiteroid as well. It's like, depends what you value more, what like hand traps or a way to get to Neos Fusion. I think I value a way to get to Neos Fusion a bit more, but it shouldn't matter too terribly. And then the one Gigamantis and the one Zect Caliber, these are good searches because Gigamantis turns Dragonfly into 2400, and with 1600 from Centipede, that's 4k exact. That's probably how you're going to be killing your opponent most of the time with a 1 or 2 pops. And then you have Exostag into Rhinoceros because Ladybug can boost these to level 5s. And to go into Exostag to go into Rhinoceros. Malevolent Sin. Ladybug can boost them by level 1 or 2 levels, so you can make these 4s as well to go into Malevolent Sin. Gaia Dragon and Volcasaurus, really solid combo as well, and then Nightmare Shark. I'm not terribly sure what Xyz to play in this deck, because I like the Exostag and the Rhinoceros, but like if you cut both of these, you can just play more generically good options and not like, because you have to play Exostag to go into Rhinoceros, it kind of just like cuts out a spot from your extra deck. So it cuts out an option. Same with Volcasaurus and the Gaia Charger. Like you could just change these two and have them just be more options to go into. But you can mess with the deck. I think I've come to settle on this. You can play, if you don't have Sangan or Witch, you can play Gokapon and Danapon, which will search just insect monsters with a certain attack or defense value, respectively. And then, but I just like Sangan and Witch because they can search hand traps as well, and Witch can search Keeper or Dragon Magic, so it's pretty cool. So they are generically better, but they're ultra rares. If you don't have them, Gokapon and Danapon are solid replacements as well. And then last but not least, we have Gladiator Beasts. Now this one is not particularly good, just because like not being able to play multiple Vespasias or multiple Bestiari really limits your plays. Like if you have to use these early and you lose them, it's hard to get back to Gazaris or Domitianus. Especially with like 1 die, 1 Andal. If you draw Andal first, then you have a dead die. Ideally you draw a die first with Andal, but like playing less rejection means you're not going to have that die rejection combo as often, which makes it harder to go into Domitianus. I'm playing the 1 Veil, like, so you can't play balance in this format, otherwise I would. I feel like Destiny Draw is just the next best thing to de-draw for that Bestiari or that Vespasius to get to access to your Gazaris. And then you just play Lance, Book of Moon, MST, push a plays through. Then you have the 2 traps, Charge and Chariot. You can add them, recycle them with a quest. So a quest is how you're going to be maintaining your advantage a lot in grinding, so definitely a solid card to include. And then you just need names on top of that. So like Ready Ari can banish a card from the grave, is pretty decent. Marmillo can pop a monster, but like these are very weak, so it's hard to protect them. So I don't know if these are very good to play with. Like they're just the best options, and you need names. And then Darius, of course, can summon back a Gladiator Beast from the grave. So if we had a main phase 2, we could Darius summon back Bestiari from the grave and then make a Gazaris in main phase 2, but we don't have one, unfortunately. So that's why Gladiator has always suffered a bit, just because after the battle phase they tag out and then you just got to pass your turn. You can't do anything with the newly tagged in Glad Beast, which kind of sucked. And then just one of each fusion name, and then an Emerald and a Malevolent Sin. Emerald again because we got to shuffle these back. So that being said, I'm just going to show you some replays using my favorite decks. I just have three replays for you guys, so stick around for those. Alright, first up, we're up against a Yami Yugi. We're using batteries. We're going second. Alright, so he's going to start with set 2 Neos Fusion and pass. So it's like Alistair, Element Saber or something. We're going to activate 9 volt. We're going to add Charger. We're going to set 3. 9 volt's going to die. We're adding Charger here because we have our skill. We'll draw 1 for turn. We can put 2 back and then normal summon Charger if we want that way. We're going to Canadia his Neos to protect our life. And we're going to draw a Battery Charger. So this is a really good top deck. This is just Monster Reborn. We're going to summon back 9 volt. We're going to search Solar. Sorry, we're going to search Industrial Strength. We're going to tribute the Charger, summon the Solar. He's going to chain Canadia. That doesn't do anything. Solar will summon itself. We're going to send Microcell because this is now useless because we have all the targets out of our deck. We're going to attack. We're going to get smacked with the La Paoilla. Big booty there. We're going to try and Floodgate. He's going to negate with La Paoilla. Discard. It's absolutely fine. We're just getting cards out of his hand. Gonna beat over the charger. End phase, we're gonna battery pack, summon 9-volt end charger. 9-volt is going to search the fuel cell. Very, very cool. We're going to overlay for Paladynamo. Do that first, try and bait out a back row. It goes through, so his Neos is now 0 attack. We're going to summon the Industrial Strength, try and pop the Lapoia in the back row. It's Elemental Training. And he's going to chain Canadia, so he gets to tribute the Lapoia, summon a different one from deck. And then we're going to attack over that. We're going to Econ take and attack directly for 5k. So that's going to be the game there. Very cool. The deck can be very explosive if you open your 9-volt or your solar or your microcell. Like again, 5 openers, which is pretty. 5 starters in a 1-of format is pretty strong. We're up against a Yami Yugi. We're playing fish. I love this fish deck, man. We're going second again. So yeah, this duel is absolutely crazy. We open Double Fin Shocktopus. I don't think I went over this card. It's a pretty decent fish. If it dies by battle with an opponent's monster and is sent to the grave, you can equip it to that opponent's monster. Its attack becomes 0, and it cannot change its battle position. So just like you set it, they run into it, and you make their attack 0. Pretty decent. Just another decent fish. We're going to summon it in set 2. We're going to beat into an Alistair. It's going to add Invocation. Now, I kind of misplayed here. I was like thinking to myself, I'll wait for him to activate Invocation, and then I'll chain Karma Cut, but that doesn't make sense. Because although he won't be able to get the fusion, his Alistair will be banished, and his Invocation will be in the grave. So he'll just be able to shuffle back Invocation, add Alistair to hand. So I should have shotgunned the Karma Cut and not given him a chance to activate Invocation. That way his Alistair stays banished, and he has a dead card in hand, and he has no way to get it back unless he has a way to discard the Invocation with like Karma Cut or something of his own. So we're gonna, my turn, I'm just gonna activate Karma Cut. That way I can make use of Whitefish Salvage on my turn. Because I was gonna use the Karma Cut anyway, so I might as well just use it now. And then Whitefish Salvage, add back. Plus, this now baits a Floodgate. So I'm just going to smack him for 16. Not going to trigger D-Jaw. Going to set the Canadia. Going to set again. I'm going to try and attack. I beat into another Lapoia. I think it's a similar deck as last replay. I draw the Super Buddy for turn. Pretty decent. He's just going to draw and pass. I'm going to draw, summon a Golden Flying Fish. I'm going to get Canadia, and then it's just over from here. I have 7 cards to his 6, but like, unless he outs my fish, I'm tributing both Shocktopus and Double Fin, popping 2 cards, and then I'm Whitefish Salvaging, adding back Double Fin, normal summoning it, summoning back Shocktopus with its effect, because it's just Debris Dragon, and then I pop 2 more. So this should just be over from here. He's going to set and summon. I'm going to Book a Moon, protect. It's going to pass to me. I'm going to flip up. I'm going to tribute. I'm going to pop. I'm going to tribute. I'm going to pop. It's an Elemental Training, chain, summon Canadia. I'm going to Whitefish, add back, summon, and then he's just going to scoop. So that was just over from there. I just had so much advantage. I didn't even have to like tribute pop if I don't wanted to. I could just summon Double Fin, summon back Shocktopus, make Bahamut into full armored Black Ray Lancer, just to have a ton of monsters on the field, beat over his whole board. And then I had like, what was that, 6? I had 8 cards to his 4, so I had double the advantage. We're up against a Maximilian Pegasus, and we are playing Inzectors. We are going first this time. He's activating Mind Scan. I'm just going to set 2 and pass. I mean, we have Sphere Kuriboh, so I'm not going to die. He's going to normal summon Ancient Gear Wyvern, searching the Ancient Gear Reactor Dragon. I cannot Sphere Kuriboh this because I cannot activate monster effects. So I'm going to take the big hit there. And we're going to, he's going to summon BM4 Blast Spider. It's going to deal 250 damage because a Dark Machine destroyed a monster I control. So I'll take damage equal to half of it. This had 300 attack. I could have if this had 300 attack, I'd be at 20,000 exactly, trigger D-Draw. Then I could have blocked the Ancient Gear Wyvern if I wanted. But I have to take it just to trigger D-Draw. I'm going to MST his back row. I'm going to D-Draw for Dragonfly, and then I'm going to normal summon Dragonfly. And it's all over from here. Hornet, pop, summon Centipede. Hornet, pop. Surge Mantis. Mantis equipped to Dragonfly. Attempt to attack. He does have a hand trap here, though, if I remember correctly. Yep, so he's going to Temperance this, protect. But then next turn, I'm just going to stop him with my Book of Moon. And then I have Dragonfly into Hornet, into Centipede, into Hornet, into Hopper, into Hornet. So I can have 3 pops next turn. He is Cyberdark Edge, try to equip, Book of Moon, and then that's going to be game over there. So very, very good replays. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you're enjoying this event. I really like this kind of stuff. It allows me to be really creative. come up with crazy things. And it's just fun to play. It's a little bit sacky sometimes. Kind of getting annoyed with all the harpies. I haven't run into any blue, or like very few blue eyes yet, surprisingly. I feel like blue eyes is another really good deck for this because it just master is really cool because it can add back from grave. Sage can add from hand, or add to hand from deck. Ancients can add back from grave and summon from deck. So it's like a really cool, like once you see one, you kind of see all of it kind of thing, kind of deck. And it's definitely fun to play, but I just feel like blue eyes and harpies are really popular, so I wanted to show you guys all these other cool decks that you can try out if you have the cards. So that being said, remember to like, comment, subscribe, enjoy your coffees or whatever drink you're drinking. Enjoy the rest of your day. I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.